Churchill and Conway. Miss Conway, could you unmute your microphone? If I could do it, I would.
Please.
Elizabeth, can you hear me? Miss Conway, could you unmute your microphone?
It's been unmuted the whole time.
All right, very good, very good. All right, this is file number 252111 LT. Susan Churchill and Elizabeth Conway. This is a property on 7th Street in Three Rivers. Miss Conway is in the upstairs apartment. Miss Churchill wants her to move. She filed a notice to quit on August 27th. Miss Conway had been in custody for some of that time, but is out now. And are you in your apartment right now, Miss Conway?
What'd you say?
Are you in your apartment right now?
No, I'm not. I actually wasn't in custody any time when they filed a complaint because I never received a complaint in August. I filed police reports multiple times on that resident. So anyways, a long story short, I never received a notice. She said she wanted me to move because I was blaming her roommate doing criminal things, but she even did something kind of illegal too. But I'm not going there with that right now. It's just about landlord-tenant. All I'm saying is I never said I wanted to stay there and stay in their house for free or whatever, do whatever I want to when I want to or anything or do anything weird because I'm not weird like that.
Do you wish to move?
I filed multiple complaints to the police department, and it's not just basically on one circumstance from those people. It was multiple other people too. But I don't appreciate you going on and saying I'm writing a book or something like that because I caught you at my legal address when my mom was dying, and my mom lived in a nursing home. And I remember talking to you on the phone specifically, and I told you
when you were here in court.
I told you though, on the phone on your clerk's office, you said you wanted to see John Dupree in court, and now he supposedly doesn't have anything on record because you're kind of a little nervous because I caught you at my legal address because I changed my address from Constantine so I can get my ID, and I ended up staying there briefly in this lady's house, but. Like I'm sitting here listening to you, and then I hear you saying to my mother when you pulled her out of a hospital and pulled her outside in front of the yard where it's my legal address, and Dupree was not outside doing anything. It was you guys, Lisa, that used to work for the jail.
Miss Conway, could you just take a breath for a minute?
I can't because
you suffer from mental. None of the things you just said happened. But let me ask you a question: Are you willing to move out of this property?
What I'm telling you is you're going to be arrested, Middleton, and I'm sorry, but I caught you touching my mother, and she's a Bingaman.
Yes, so those are...
I caught you putting your hands on my mom. You told my mother you weren't going to be the reason. No, do not call me delusional because I have it in my home fucking photograph or even memory. You pulled my mother out in the middle of her dying bed when she was already getting homivated at the nursing home, and you knew that because you broke into the police department with your family a couple months before that.
All right, Elizabeth, I'm going to mute your microphone. Miss Conway was at the Forensic Center for a considerable period of time pending a competency recertification. It took a while. So we got over that hump, and my fear is she has regressed. If it was a criminal case, I don't think she'd be competent to proceed. Let's see if I can bring her down here, but I've never met her mother, seen her mother, touched her mother. So, Miss Churchill, is she still there?
She hasn't been there, but I was told that she was in jail for a while. And she showed up 2 days ago at my house, took some stuff and left. So she hasn't actually stayed in the apartment for a while, but she was never paying rent. She was never supposed to be a tenant.
She told me that's where she was going to go when I let her out of jail. So let's bring her back.
Complaint against Middleton for touching
my
Elizabeth,
mother. Do you wish to stay here at this property?
Do I want to stay at the property? Do you think I want to stay at that property after 3 Rivers PD threw me 100 miles an hour to Kalamazoo for more than one person, but to do a rape kit with her fucking tenant after he tried to murder me because he was afraid I was going to report rape kit?
Which case are these?
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth right now? And then you have this woman fucking hostage me with guns, and that guy's up there tampering every pack of tickets I have that I paid $10 back for, trying to hostage me there because he was touching me when I first moved in there. I don't want to fucking hear it.
You're
I
not
don't
doing
wanna hear
well
it.
at
You
all.
are, I'm not doing this with you because you broke the law, Middleton. You brought my mother out in her dying bed like a month ago, and you were in the middle of the road in the middle of the night saying, I'm not losing my job because of you, Teresa Winrick. Basically, you didn't say her name, but she was dying. And Dale Carlo was out there too. And you're not gonna just blame it all on these two people anyways, because you guys were touching my fucking
Elizabeth,
mother.
you
saying, I don't
are
take
in
your
an
job,
acute
Middleton.
psychotic
Middleton,
episode.
I am not.
I'm gonna continue this to 2:30 on November 17th.
I will
Come
defer
down.
to your discretion,
You
Judge.
sent me away for 8 months, you retard. You sent me away for 8 months saying I needed a psych bail and I needed to learn what the law meant. So it took me 5 months to learn stuff about the law because whenever I've been in trouble, I'll plead guilty if I can get out. Because one time you put me in jail for missing a video court on disordered person when I was a victim and stuff like that. And then you wanted to cut my
Elizabeth,
bond for
we're gonna
$25,000.
continue this
You cut my
matter
job for
to
$25,000.
next Monday at 2:30.
You already apologized to
And
me
you're
once.
gonna
for calling
get
me a
10
drug addict.
days from that date to move out or you'll be evicted.
Okay,
I don't
I'm
have the
filing
authority
a
to
police
order
report
a
against
competency
Middleton.
evaluation in
I
a
can pass a lie
landlord-tenant
detector
case.
test, and I'll pass a lie detector test
Judge,
any
do I
time of
need
day.
to leave, let
Middleton,
her
you're
in the
not caught
home?
putting your hand.
Miss Churchill, what was your question?
Do I need to let her back in the house?
Yes, she is a tenant at sufferance. You can't lock her out. She lived there for some time. I'm not even sure how she got in there. She had a number of retail fraud cases. And then the most recent cases were all driving matters. She continued to drive with a suspended license. I let her out after 27 days in jail sometime last week. And she told me she was gonna go back to this apartment, Susan's place in Three Rivers. But yes,
Well, she
she
was
is a
never a
tenant.
tenant, she was a
So let me see.
squatter.
She's on a roll here. Let me see if I can bring her down a little bit.
I was like, you know, just
Elizabeth,
fucking
do you
20 more days.
understand? You
No,
need to come back
Middleton,
next
I,
Tuesday,
do you hear what I'm saying to you, Middleton? I'm trying to save your job for a minute, but you were caught hurting my suffering mother because she was getting home immediately at the nursing home because you.
All right, I'm
let
gonna
the lady
delete you.
down
I'll
last
see you
year.
next Tuesday at
No,
2:30, right
don't
here,
dear
but
Lord
you can't
me.
say
You're going to
stuff
jail
like
now.
this on the
I want
record.
you arrested, Middleton. You're going to jail.
Yes, all right,
I
thank you. You
put your
probably
hands
and
on
several
my
others.
mother.
Those are difficult cases. I've been dealing with her for several years and I've watched her decline. And, but she's there. She doesn't have a lease. She's not paying any rent. The plaintiff wants her out, is entitled to get her out. We'll try again next week. We'll see whether she shows up, but I don't have a better answer for her right now. All right, Mr. Bush, I'm gonna take a minute. Miss Churchill, I wish I had a better answer for you too. Somehow you let her in there and now she has tenant status and I can't just summarily kick her out. So we have next week and then she would get 10 days from that day. If I could get her to take a breath and have a rational thought, maybe I could get her to just agree to move out, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So
Do I
we'll
have to
try
put
again
up with her
next
for
week.
another week?
What?
Do I have to let her in for another week?
Yes. My fear is she's gonna end up getting arrested again because of her mental illness, but if that happens, we'll deal with it. All right, I hope she stops driving. All right,